Hello, everyone. Philip Lee returning with a new episode of Civil War Chat. Today is Wednesday, the 6th of July, 2022. Click on the subscribe button here in the lower right to subscribe to these podcasts, and then also click on the notification bell in the far upper right to be notified when YouTube releases them. Today's topic is that no Southerners are on the new Army base names. So let me just get into that, and then we'll discuss it a little bit. According to Chris Cameron of the New York Times, who wrote an article on the 4th of July for that newspaper, a military commission has released the names for 8 of the bases, the Army bases, presently named for Confederate officers. None of the 8 bases will be renamed for a white male Southerner of any era. They were all Confederate, so they are obviously white Southerners. Not a single one of the name of those bases will be renamed for a white male Southerner. Men like Alvin York, Audie Murphy, and Carlos Hathcock were evidently passed over because they were white males from Tennessee, Texas, and Arkansas, respectively. York was the most decorated American soldier of World War I, while Murphy held that honor for World War II. And Hathcock's Vietnam experience made him a role model for future military snipers. The 8 applicable bases are Fort Polk, Fort A.P. Hill, Fort Pickett, Fort Lee in Virginia, Fort Hood, Fort Gordon, and Fort Rucker, and Fort Benning of Georgia. Fort Polk will be renamed for a black private. Fort Hill for a woman. Fort Pickett for a Choctaw Indian who fought in World War II. Fort Lee for 2 blacks involved in World War II logistics, such as mail delivery. Fort Hood for the first Hispanic to become a 4-star general. Fort Gordon for Dwight Eisenhower. For Fort Rucker for a Vietnam-era Pennsylvania-born medevac pilot, and Fort Benning for a Kentucky-born Lieutenant General and his wife. Of those being honored with base names, only Lieutenant General Hal Moore, who will share the honor with his wife as the new Fort Benning name, might be considered a Southerner. He was actually from Kentucky. Now, notwithstanding that white Southerners have long represented a disproportionately large share of America's military service members, the failure to pick even a single white Southerner from all the time from the formation of the country in 1789 for the Constitution to the present, they could not find one white Southerner to replace the name for those at least one of the Confederate generals. This is an insult. According to the latest data I can find, 44% of America's military are composed of Southerners, whereas the South represents only 36% of the nation's population. The commission will officially release all of the proposed name changes, not just these 8, but there will be more coming, and they'll release those in October of this year. Then I think Congress decides whether to proceed with this. One of the members of the naming commission, Brigadier General Ty Sedgley, he's one of the members. He formerly taught history at West Point, but is best known for his book, Robert E. Lee and Me, which is a character assassination of Lee. This action reflects the new attitude of the military. We've got people like Biden and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and General of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Mark Milley. They are so obsessed with rooting out imaginary racism in the military that they all failed miserably with the Afghanistan evacuation and the debacle, which I've said before, in my opinion, probably encouraged Russian President Putin to invade Iraq because he looked at what we did in Afghanistan and concluded we were paper tigers militarily, and that gave him the added incentive, or not incentive, but the added motivation to go ahead and challenge us in Ukraine. And now, of course, Ukraine, as we're learning, Joe Biden and his son Hunter Biden may well have made a boatload of money through Ukraine for themselves and their family. This is disgusting. We need to get rid of Biden, Milley, and Lloyd Austin. They should be in prison. All of them should be in prison. Okay. That's my message for today. Listen, this book, U.S. Grant's Failed Presidency, is going to tell you what happened during Reconstruction that you're not getting from the historians in academia. But if you want to know what happened, U.S. Grant's Failed Presidency by Philip Lee is a good way to get it. $22 at Amazon and Barnes & Noble, and $26 for me. Okay, that's our show for today, and I want to thank you for watching. I hope you get worked up about this as much as I did.